This is like our 8th or 9th take. One of these days when I learn how to edit, I'll put all the intros and the fuck ups and the hiccups in like a bloopers reel if I ever learn how to edit. But we have made it to Arizona, yay. We brought shitty weather with us because every 15 minutes we're getting a news update, a weather update. First for thunderstorms in the desert. In the valley, not even just in the valley. It's not like we're in the mountains or like Flagstaff. We're in the valley. Like the mountains should break up the storms. But we have brought the shitty weather from Oklahoma to Arizona with us. We tried to watch Game of Thrones 5 times. I think we were interrupted by the National Weather Service. That's what NWS stands for, National Weather Service. Look at me go. And then one of the last times, my phone went off, Mom's phone went off, Grandma's cell phone sitting out here, that went off, my tablet went off, and the TV was going off. It's 5 different things, echoing that beeping noise. Thank God everyone has their hearing aids out who's asleep, because it was just a shit show. Because apparently the thunderstorm has now turned to a dust storm. Yeah, because thunder and lightning and rain somehow allows the wind, look at her face.
I don't know.
Allows the wind to be able to pick up wet dirt, which is not dust. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought dust was like sand where it's...
I just feel like if it's been raining for an hour, how does it turn to dust so fast?
Yeah. Like how is it there enough that it picks up to a point? Like a dust storm is basically like a tornado almost of dust. It's dirt. Mom once was out here and she's like, oh, a dust storm. And she walked out the door like the Safeway or something. Just got like a mouthful of dirt.
It was awful.
It was awful. I wasn't here, but I heard about it.
Horrible.
It was infamous in our family. So there was that. Today was uneventful for the driving. We got started late, so we did make it here after 5. So I did win the bet. So Mom's buying the first round. Happy birthday. Mom's not used to driving the mountains, so... What?
You were judging me.
I was silently judging her, but only because I've lived here. I've driven to Tortilla Flats, I've driven to Canyon Lake. I spend like every day at Canyon Lake, which is like windy.
Okay. Okay. Let me explain to you about mountain driving.
Because it's not the same as Maryland.
It's not the same as Maryland mountain. Maryland doesn't have mountains. Pennsylvania doesn't have mountains. Arizona has freaking mountains. And you're driving through the mountains and you're taking these hairpin turns and you're going from 35 miles down to 15. Like all of a sudden,
it's like
there's
a constant
speed limit sign that says 15, and you have to hit the brakes and hit 15 miles an hour to make this hairpin turn. And there are cars, like you see cars over the cliff. They're not put there for your entertainment purpose or value. They're there because at some point, some poor soul went over the cliff of the mountain because it was driving too fast when the hairpin turns. And then it was raining.
Can I just say one thing?
I'm just saying.
They were probably from Ohio.
You know what? Probably.
Sorry, because we had Pennsylvania tags, so I'm sure all the natives to this area are like, man, these fucking Pennsylvania drivers. But joke's on you because we're from Maryland. But we're still not half as bad as Ohio. I love you, Ohio people, but
it's bad.
It was bad. But no, so I'm used to it. So I'm sitting there in silence because I know Mom's tense. And when women in our family are tense or angry or upset or focused, you just sit there silently and you let them work through it. And you're just there. But Mom knows me well enough to know that I was silently judging her.
You were.
Because every time I felt like we were coming to a complete stop, I kind of looked at the speedometer like, so are we moving or what happened?
That's whatever. Just keep going.
But because of that, I finished my book, so that was good. I might not vlog too much while we're out here, it depends on what we do, but one thing we were gonna look for was suggestions.
Yes.
Because we're taking more time on the way back because this is our second road trip out here, and
That's okay. No, just keep going.
Gosh damn it. You don't understand how fed up I am with fucking technology today.
The show must go on.
The show must go on. Break a leg! But we have decided that this time we are taking an extra few days. We're leaving here a little bit earlier so we can actually make stops on the way back. and not to the Fudge Factory in Ohio. Unless Mom wants to drop me off in Canton, and I can see Ginny, and you can just come pick me up later. We'll have to do the math.
I'm gonna go to the Fudge Factory.
But we don't know if we're gonna head north first, and then see like Yosemite, the Four Corners, stuff like that, or if you want to head east first and see like Roswell,
Oh,
the Alamo,
Yes.
like stuff like that, and then we can just head up north through there, like hit the Carolinas, because the East Coast is beautiful. So we don't know. So any suggestions would be much appreciated. But if you suggest anywhere in Ohio, you can also go fuck yourself.
Or Illinois.
Was Illinois that bad?
It was just boring. In Indianapolis, we shots fired.
Okay, well, we
Indianapolis.
stopped at a ghetto in Indianapolis. That was our own fault.
Shots fired. Indianapolis.
You don't stop at a big city like that and expect it to be safe. It's like people who stop at Baltimore as tourists, and I'm like, oh, sweetie, what are you doing? So any suggestions would be cool. Other than that, it was a pretty chill day. We got here, the family was here, we hung out, we talked, we had ribs.
Oh, the car alarm.
Oh yeah. So there's certain things out west, obviously, that you can't get back where we're from. One of which would be Hanover beans.
Hanover butter beans.
Hanover butter beans, which my aunt uses for her succotash, which I still really don't know what that is, and I did want to ask it today in front of the family.
Succotash is butter beans and corn. Some people use lima beans, but Aunt Gloria uses.
Is that all it is?
That's it?
Why the fuck would you compare why would you combine those two things?
Because it's succotash. That's what you do.
Is that like a poor people thing?
Probably.
Okay. See, that makes sense in our family, because, well, not that we were poor, it's just that
We were.
we grew up, a lot of our family grew up not so wealthy. So that makes sense, but I don't like beans at all, really.
Yeah, I know.
Unless they're in a burrito, and then I'm okay with them. So anyway, so we brought the Hanover beans, we brought 2 cases, because my mom didn't know they come in packs of 24.
Yeah, so there's 48.
So there's 48
But
cans.
she was quite happy.
Yeah, I'm sure she was. I'm sure she wasn't happy when she told me the door was unlocked and I go to put the Hanover, the first case, in the car. And she said the door was unlocked. I tried the door. I didn't tell you this part because I kind of knew this was going to happen, but I thought it might not. Because I tried the door and it was locked, but the window was down. So from the outside, I unlocked the door to the inside, which set off the car alarm.
Robber,
Yep.
thief, thief.
Yep. And oh my God.
You have to remember, in the desert, everything echoes.
Everything echoes. Oh my God. It sounded 20 times louder than any car alarm that has ever pissed you off in a parking lot. So my uncle comes out about 5 minutes later because it's just whatever. And turns the car alarm off. And he's like, all right, well, let's see what happens, because he wants me to put the second case, which, by the way, the receipt was in the first case that was in the back seat. I didn't want to say that in front of everyone
That's okay.
because it was just too much of a hassle.
It was a lot of stress.
It was a lot of. I was really stressed at this point. If you know me, I get stressed really easily. So I was pissed. I wanted to drink. I wanted my comfy clothes. So I go to put the second case in the hatch, and he goes, "Open the hatch." And guess what happens? Oh, the car alarm goes off again. Oh no. So that finally became a thing. They got their Utz chips, their Gibbles chips,
Yes.
and their Hanover butter beans,
And everyone's happy.
and everyone's happy. So there was that. And I think
That was
other than
it.
that, it was pretty uneventful today.
It was.
So yeah, again, suggestions for what we should do on the way back. That might be the next time I vlog. I might vlog the Grand Canyon. I don't know. I do want to say to the few people who watch this, Jamie and Patrick, you commented on the last video. It's kind of cool. It's reassuring to know that people actually get enjoyment out of me being a fucking ranting person, just me being me.
Just you being you.
I also know Cody messaged me about how he's been following the vlogs. So I love you, man. I wish you the best of luck back in Pennsylvania.
It's Pennsylvania.
It's still better than Ohio.
Yeah.
Like
Good luck, Cody.
you don't understand how bad Ohio was.
I know, it was horrible.
That like Virginian drivers,
Cody, good luck. Seriously.
we love you, man. Yeah, see, Ohio is just it was literally the worst. And it's not the people, it was the driving. Don't get me wrong. I love people from Ohio. It was bad. So now every state is basically gold to my eyes, as long as it's not Ohio. Love you, Ginny. You're the best. So that's it. So we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna go to bed. And that's that. We're gonna spend tomorrow in the pool and playing cards and just fucking relaxing, man. That's what I plan on spending the next week doing. So I don't know
Relaxing,
what kind of videos we'll have, but if
Whatever
something
they are,
funny
I'm
happens,
sure
trust
they'll
me, I'll be sure to let you know in my colorful commentary. So we're gonna end the night. It's probably like 3 a.m. where you guys are on the East Coast,
It is.
but it's midnight here. So cheers to the finale
Cheers.
of your birthday.
Cheers to midnight.
Love you, Mom.
Love you too, babe.
Hope you guys had fun. I'll see you, if not before, but on the way back. Okay? Bye.
Bye.
See ya.